We have Karthikeyan who sent in a question over email now. He says that he and his wife both are government employees. They've taken a joint home loan. Right. Now, while applying for an income tax exemption, only Karthikeyan applied. Can they both now apply for exemption? If yes, in what proportion? Will demonetization have any effect on this? I don't think demonetization has got anything to do with the IT exemption that you're getting on your home loan. What about the rest, Karthik? How can they move to both of them claiming the tax benefit on the home loan?
Yeah, so let's answer the previous question. Can they both get the tax benefit? The answer is absolutely yes. They've taken a joint loan and the bank has approved, or the financier has approved the joint loan, which is very easily to assume that they jointly own the property as well, because that's the part of the information which we don't have. So they own the property jointly. They've applied for a joint loan. Only one person has claimed as exemption. It's perfectly okay. The second partner, the person, the spouse who has not claimed that exemption, can do so by filing the return. If the return is filed within, and if you're within the time period allowed, file a revised return, and that way you can also claim the exemption. Also, for the benefit of everyone else, if one partner is paying and is managing the entire EMI, so to say, the other partner can still take the benefit if the other partner has some amount of income coming in. It would be like a deemed gift from the husband to wife, and that benefit also could be taken, which is perfectly okay. Will demonetization have an effect? See, per se, it will not have any effect on your tax exemptions. However, as a slightly long prediction, if you may, and this is my own prediction, that if there is a lot of money that comes into the system, what will actually happen in months and years to come is, because the country will be on a much better sort of a financial footing, maybe your tax exemptions itself might expand. So if you like, it might have an indirect effect of sorts. These home loan exemptions that you have might expand, or the tax slab itself that you are in, that might expand, because the government has a lot of money. In fact, the direct tax collection is pretty much taken care of for the whole year by this return of this old currency. So already the government is flush with funds, so you might have some sort of a benefit.
That's what you're hoping for from the budget, Karthik.
Yes, I'm scared out of the bag. Maybe we are hoping for that as time comes along.
Right, but coming back to the question that Karthikeyan had about both the husband and the wife actually claiming IT exemption, could you take us through the process? Because I understand that it is essential for both their names to be on the agreement agreement for purchase of the home as well.
Indeed, yeah. So because they have taken a joint loan, and a joint loan is obviously only approved if the property is jointly owned. So therefore, we are making an assumption here that their agreement has both their names. And most agreements do not have a clear-cut specified clause which says that the husband has 30% or the wife has 70%, or which is just two names. And when you have two names, it is automatically understood that each one has 50% share. So therefore, the proportion in which you will claim the benefit will also be equal, which is 50% each. Unless sometimes there are agreements in which this proportion is very well specified. Sometimes if it's an agreement for purchase of property and two brothers are buying it, or maybe two friends are buying, or two unknown, in some sort, two known parties are buying, but they are unknown to the extent that they are not directly blood relatives or something of that sort. So in that situations, many a times the property agreement itself has a definition that, Mr. A or party A has 30% share and party B has got 40% and party C has got 30%. Then in that case, you can only claim benefits out of the EMI in those proportions in your income tax returns.
Right. And also the other thing that you said that, you can refile the last year's return if you're the only one. Now say that they do not want to do that. They just want to start claiming benefits as a couple from this year on. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's perfectly okay. This is just a provision in law where you have the facility to revise your return if you have, for example, made some error in filing, or if you had to claim this exemption and you could not claim it. But all this is given the condition that you filed your original return in good time, that you are not already late in filing your original return, because there are certain rules which say that if you are late in filing your return, then you may not be able to file a revised return. But if you file it in good time, then you have the, it does happen sometimes that, you made an error, you want to make an amendment, or, you want to...
And does his wife also, does his wife also need to show that there is money going from her account towards payment of the home loan EMI?
Not necessarily. That's exactly my point. What happens many a times is there could be, husband and wife, many a times they have this arrangement that one person takes care of the EMI and the other person takes care of the other household expenditure.
Yeah.
But then the fact is that when they actually bought the house, both of them had contributed in some sense to the down payment, and both of them are actually in some sense also contributing to the running of the family and the household, which is why it's perfectly okay if the wife also claims this benefit, because any gift from a husband to a wife or wife to husband is free of tax. You can give the money. So it is like saying that the husband gave the money to the wife and then the wife also paid a part of the EMI. And instead of that, the husband just made a payment single-handedly from his account as a matter of convenience. So the wife can have all the benefit, or the spouse who has not claimed the benefit is, if the spouse is a holder of the property, is a joint holder of the property and has got a loan jointly, then this is possible.
Right, Karthikeyan, hope that answers all your questions to do with, getting tax exemptions on the home loan, on a joint home loan. And in fact, the reason we spend so much time is so that it answers questions that all of those out there who want to take a joint home loan have in their mind.
You can watch live TV on our website, mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/Magic Bricks Now.